So when it comes to having a baby on a budget, first thing I will always say to every mom is survival over aesthetics, functionality over aesthetics. In fact, everything else over aesthetics, because what you don't want is to spend all this money on aesthetically beautiful things that are just not functional. The truth is that your baby does not care about matching pajama sets, the bow is matching the blanket, is matching the socks, is matching the skirt. Your baby doesn't really care. That's the truth. And they just want to be comfortable in the clothes that they wear. Do you understand what I mean? They also don't care about your Pinterest looking nurseries. I know that this one is touchy because a lot of us moms like to, get the nursery ready for baby. Let me tell you, your baby doesn't care. In fact, that baby will be happier if they're sleeping right beside you on the bed than anything else. I'm not encouraging co-sleeping, no, to each their own. But I'm just saying that like spending all this money getting a nursery together because you want it to be perfect for the baby is nice, but you have to know what is essential and what is aesthetic if you are trying to be on budget. This is for us moms, a safe space for young women to have real and honest conversations about motherhood. A space for you to feel heard, seen, and understood. And if you're listening, you're absolutely welcome. So what I have done is I've broken this video into different sections. So there's feeding, there's sleep, there's clothing, stuff like that. So it's easy for you to, run through the video as you wish. So the first section is going to be feeding. So when it comes to feeding, I see all these feeding stations and whole setups for feeding a baby. I've seen so many on TikTok, on Instagram, YouTube. I'm just like, that's a lot. And let me tell you the truth, I fell prey to a lot of these things when I had Zimuzo. Zimuzo is my first child. I bought sterilizer, bottle, pump, this one, that one. There's so many things I got. But let me tell you, now that I have experienced motherhood, let me just break this down for you. When it comes to feeding, if you're breastfeeding, this is what you need. You need 3 to 5 nursing bras max. You don't need a dozen. Don't be like me. Don't go and overbuy. Don't overbuy, because let me tell you, just like bras in your regular life, you have as many as you want, but you have those 3 that are in rotation every time because they just work. That's exactly how it is when you're nursing as well. Then breast pads. So what you're going to want to do is have like 12 reusable breast pads, and then the rest of them just buy the disposable ones. Those disposable ones, you pop them in, they get stained, you pop them out, throw them away, but get a new one. And they're not expensive. So the reusable are the most budget friendly, of course, because you can just always wash them, hang them out to dry, and then use them again. But disposable for the days when you don't really want to do all that washing. Either way, they don't cost too much. But those are your 2 essentials. Then now, if you want to take it a step further, get electric breast pumps. See, there are many options to get breast pumps, but I would say get an electric breast pump that you can wear whenever you're doing other things, so that you're not restricted to sitting in one place while you're pumping. And then obviously if you're pumping, you're going to also need milk bags, right? Nothing fancy. You see all this milk bag is like something poly, something material, this one, that. They're all manufactured in China and they're all sent to Nigeria for sale. That's just that about that. As long as the material used to make it is not poisonous and is not harmful, and as long as it can stay in the freezer and keep your milk frozen, you don't need to be doing all that. This one is something poly, something. Mama, you have to understand that you are being marketed to, and also remember that you cannot. I mean, you can wash your milk storage bags, but I don't know if people actually do that. I don't know. Most times you just dunk the milk and then you throw away the bag. So why are you spending so much money on milk storage bags? Now, if you're going to be feeding your baby formula, initially don't get more than 3 to 4 bottles, because you don't know what your baby is going to like. These babies, they come out knowing what they want when it comes to things like this. You can go and buy the whole 12 sets baby feeding bottle from this brand and that brand and that brand. All well and good if you have the budget for, like, so honestly, this video is not for people that have a lot of money. This is baby on a budget. So my advice, 3 to 6 max bottles. Even that 6 is a lot. Because imagine buying 6 bottles and your baby doesn't like the nipple for any of the bottles. Because babies actually are like that. Sometimes they don't like the nipple size, they don't like the shape, they don't like the feel. So you have to go back and buy and look for something that your baby actually likes. It's not an easy run around at all. So imagine if you spent all this money. Let's say you've bought a set of 12 or 2 sets of 12 bottles with feeding nipples and everything, and they don't like it. What's it called? Is it nipple? Is that what it's called? I think it's nipple. Please forgive my mom brain, but you understand what I mean. The white transparent thing that the milk comes out from your hair, exactly. So you don't want to spend all that money buying all these, and the baby doesn't like or doesn't latch to any of these bottles. So the best thing to do, buy like three from this brand, 3 from that brand. try and see the one that the baby likes or the baby latches onto best. Then you can now say, okay, moving forward though, let me buy more of this particular bottle. But before the baby gets here, there's no point shopping and buying all these bottles that you're not going to use or that you might not use. And when it comes to sterilizer, let me tell you something there. Maybe it's because I've already had one child and I've experienced these people. You will sterilize that bottle all you want. Then you see the child crawling and they pick up cockroach on the floor and put in their mouth. Like, see, you can do your best when it comes to sterilizing, but don't go and spend so much money buying like this fancy sterilizer and this other one and that one. Then you have 4 sterilizers and then it's like, for what? Like, think about it, for what? And before you know it, baby's no more using feeding bottle like that again. Now you have 3 sterilizers looking at you and you're looking at them and you're just looking at each other. And it's like, why did I spend all this money buying this sterilizer? Let me tell you, if you don't even have money for baby sterilizer, a pot of boiling hot water does the same thing. If you put water on fire, clean water, and you put the baby's bottle inside, boil it for a while, bring it out, your stuff is sterilized. Do you understand what I mean? So like, some of these things you really just have to sit back and ask yourself, like, am I being sold or am I the product? Anyway, topic for another day. But yes, when it comes to essentials, those are the things you need when it comes to feeding. Now we're going to move on to sleep. Hell, I see so many moms spend so much money on sleeping stuff that they think are essential for the baby, and I'm just like, oh, don't worry, the baby is coming. You would then know which one they like and which one they don't like. Let me tell you, when it came to Zimuzo, we bought a full-on bassinet, the one that can rock like this, that you can adjust like that. He didn't sleep in that thing. I don't think he slept in it for up to a week. It was a waste of money. It became like laundry baskets or just another shelf in our room because we just didn't use it for anything. He didn't stay in it. Personally, I'm not going to be buying a bassinet next time around. No. If anything, I will get a cot or a bed that the baby can grow with because that's more profitable in the long run. You see, when it comes to shopping for children, you always have to think, okay, functionality is long-term use. That's just it. When it comes to like these essential things like a crib, a bed, because these people, they grow up very fast. Before you know it, they are not bassinets, they cannot stay in it again. Zimuzo could somersault out of the bassinets. The few times we tried to put him in again, I'm just like, you know what, it's fine. Also, when it comes to sleeping, you're going to need fitted sheets, baby bed sheets, right? You need 3 max. If you want to go overboard, you can get 5. But the thing is that you're always washing baby stuff anyway, and you're washing and probably putting it in the dryer. So before you know it, it takes a day for it to get washed and dried. So why do you need 12 or why do you need 10? You know what I mean? Oh, mind you, I'm speaking about age 0 to 3. So you're going to need swaddles. You don't need heavy blankets at this point because you don't want the baby to get suffocated in the night. They don't even advise that you let baby sleep with a blanket up until when they're old enough to be able to pull blankets away from their faces and things like that. So you just need swaddles, and that's that about that. A crib, fitted bed sheets, and swaddles for the baby. That's that when it comes to sleeping. So going all out for a full-on nursery and all that, is it nice? It is nice. But then if you're on a budget, these are the essentials. Your baby does not care, cannot even see the colors that you've painted in nursery, cannot see nothing. So that nursery is really for you if you think about it. So now let's move on to clothing. Remember that we're speaking about a baby, age 0 to 3 months. Let me tell you, these people grow so fast that you will end up over buying clothes that the children will never wear if you're not careful. So what do I recommend? 10 to 12 ones is max. Even the 10 to 12, before you rotate all of them, they might have grown out of it. But just so that there's always extra, 10 to 12 ones is maximum for age 0 to 3. 5 to 7 slippers, that's like overalls for sleeping. If you buy more than this amount, all well and good, right? If you have the money and you have the budget for it, all well and good. But let me tell you, I've seen wardrobes full of clothes for age 0 to 3, and I'm like, I don't know, everybody knows how quickly babies grow. If you've never had a child, you actually don't know how quick they grow, but they grow super, super quickly. And spending all this money on buying so many clothes for a child that is age 0 to 3, if you like to, you can, but then it's just not an essential thing to do. Then socks, you can actually go all out for socks, because let me tell you, if you wash in the washing machine or you take your baby stuff to the laundry, the socks are going to disappear so fast. One thing we rotated a lot and we bought a lot of was socks. Socks, and socks. Luckily, our friends gifted us a lot of things. Oh yeah, when it comes to clothing as well, that's why you should not buy too much, because your friends are going to gift you many clothes and toys. Then bibs, you're going to use bibs a lot, so I'll recommend like a full dozen. Like 12 bibs is fine. Anything more than that, you are doing a lot. So the next section is diapering, so or diapers. Let me tell you one hack that saved me a lot of money when it came to diapers and baby things. I bought wipes in bulk before Zimzo was even born. I think I started buying his wipes when I was like maybe 28 weeks pregnant. I would just buy wipes, randomly buy wipes. So we had so many wipes, and then we were also gifted a lot of wipes in cartons. We had our friend gift us wet wipes. I think it was 24 wet wipes. And then we still had, I bought Huggies wipes, like 2, 3, 4 cartons of Huggies wipes. So we had enough. We didn't buy wipes for over a year for Zimuzo, which was great. When it comes to diapers, I was thinking that like, okay, we need to get Pampers, or we need to get imported Huggies or pull-ups or something, that I know that he will not react to. And I wanted to bulk buy. But then I saw online stuff about like how you never really know what your child is going to react to before they're born. Like for the first few weeks of his life, Zimuzo reacted to Huggies. So we had to scrap Huggies. So we went to Eco Market because I'm like, okay, I know that we can get original diapers from Eco. So let's go. So we went to Eco, and then Chris saw these diapers called Soft Care. And it was like a full bag for like 7K. Then that was 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago. Chris was like, oh my baby, I saw one diaper. It's called Soft Care. I've not seen it before, but we should try it for Zimzo. And the pack is 7K. If it doesn't work, it's fine. I said, okay, no problem. So he bought the bag. I think it was like 92 pieces in a bag of size small. And those are diapers Zimzo still uses till today. Soft Care. I love their diapers. I've never had an issue. Okay, we had an issue once where I think it was a production error where the Velcro, maybe one side will have Velcro, one side wouldn't have, but it never happened more than once. Soft Care has my what's it called, my approval all day every day. So yes, don't overbuy diapers because you don't know what your child will be allergic to or would react to. Soft Care worked for me, it might not work for you. You might not like your experience with Soft Care, so maybe you can buy like a small pack of Huggies, Pampers, one other one, and see how your baby reacts. If they don't react to anyone, you can then pick the one that is most affordable and then buy in bulk ahead of time. Because the thing about buying in bulk is that whenever dollar goes up or dollar comes down or anything like that, it doesn't affect you because you already have all your essentials. And when it comes to diapers and wipes, it is a present continuous purchase. Then outside of diapers and wipes, you're going to need a changing mat. I bought 2 changing mats a long time ago from AliExpress, like maybe when I was like 20 weeks pregnant. And those are changing mats that Zimzo still uses till today. In fact, we haven't opened the second one. It's just one that he's still using till now. So that's another thing. When it comes to buying things for babies, I'm going to make a whole other video about this, but stop all these buying designer things. I mean, again, we're talking about baby on a budget though. If you have the money, by all means, you can get your baby a deal bag or whatever. But if you're on a budget, all these designer things, expensive baby clothes, is a waste of money. Temu, AliExpress are your best friends. As long as you know where to shop on Temu and how to shop on Temu, it's easy for you to buy things for kids. It's very, very affordable as well. That's why I get a lot of Zimuzo's things, his Crocs, some of his clothes, things like that. Because I'm just like, yeah, no. I've experienced what it's like to spend money buying quality clothes and then you outgrow it after 2 weeks. No. So there's that about that. And then also diaper bags, please just buy what is functional. I know that aesthetics are important when it comes to diaper bags because you're going to be the one carrying it up and down, mom. But listen, if it's like you just buy a black one that is nice, that's fine. As long as it has all the sections and the spaces that you're going to need, that is fine. I don't really believe in like designer diaper bags and things like that. But to each their own again, like I said, that is that about diapering. Now, the next section will be health and sanity kits because you're going to need one for your baby no matter what. So the essentials that you're going to need. Number one is a thermometer because sometimes baby's temperature might go up, they might not be feeling fine, they might have a fever, you would want to be on top of that. And the only way you can be on top of it is to have a thermometer that tells you, okay, baby's temperature is 38, even though it feels like it's like 112. So you need a thermometer. Next, you need a nail cutter, a nail clipper, a baby nail file, that kind of thing. Their nails grow super fast and you don't want them to be scratching themselves or even scratching you. So you're going to need a nail cutter, clipper, nail file, whatever it is that you're most comfortable with. Then you're going to need gas relief because they get very gassy very quickly, so you're going to need that. Another thing that really helped us was gripe water. Zimzo, whenever he would take gripe water, he would belch, all the gas will come out, and then it always gave him relief. But then again, I've heard that gripe water doesn't work for every child. Some children don't get the benefits as it should be when it comes to gripe water. It doesn't really do anything for them. So there's that, but gripe water worked amazingly for Zimuzo. Then basic skincare. See, you can spend all your money buying Johnson and Johnson, buying this one, buying that one, Sebamed, and then people will come out and they'll be reacting to everything, and then what they won't react to will be like black soap or something ridiculous like that. I would know because I'm speaking from experience. Let me tell you, we stocked up. So we had Johnson and Johnson. Then he wasn't really taking on Johnson and Johnson well, so we bought Sebamed. Sebamed was great for Zimuzo. Then one day, I didn't know that the Sebamed had already finished, and I wanted to shower this boy. I said, well, you will use black soap. Oh, you will use black soap. So I went and I used black soap to shower him, and nothing happened to him. He didn't react, nothing. His skin was cha-cha. Bye-bye, Sebamed. He started using black soap. Oh. That was how he started using black soap. Black soap to shower. And it never gave him any issues or any problems. Now he uses a different soap, of course. But then, like, for that period, I didn't even stress myself. I said, well, see, if it's black soap that's working for you, it's black soap that's working for you. So what I would do is I would dissolve it in hot water, so it's more runny, because it was easier to shower him with it like that. But that was that about that. So then imagine if I had stocked up on like different skincare products. This one baby, that one this. Well, see, all these things are nice, but at the end of the day, what's the goal? For babies to be clean, I'll be yes. And then for them to use stuff that is not harsh on their skin, that they don't react to, and that doesn't strip their skin of like nutrients and stuff like that. Because Zimuzo has dry skin. That was something I was concerned about. I was like, I don't want this black soap to strip his skin. I say all this to say that he never reacted to it, and it never caused any harm to his skin, and it was more affordable by thousands. So that was what we used for him. So yes, when it comes to babies, honestly, you never really know. And if you go and start spending thousands and thousands and thousands, it's you that will lose. The best thing is to shop for your baby like you are on a budget, and then you can always buy more. There's this whole thing of you need to be prepared and buy all these many things before baby comes, and it's a lie. You can buy what is essential for now. When the baby comes and then they kind of let you know what they like and what they like to be around, you can then buy more. But the whole idea of having like a fully stocked up nursery that is full of clothes and full of diapers and full of all these different things before the baby comes, I feel like it's a waste of money. But again, to each his own. Maybe I'm just talking like this because I'm not a trillionaire yet, but you know, that's just my opinion. That's how I feel. Anyway, I hope this video has de-influenced you and let you know that you don't need to buy a whole bunch of things for a baby before they get here, because when they get here, they're going to let you know what they like anyway. So yeah, I hope this video helped you. If it did, make sure you share it with another mom because she'll probably need it as well. Thank you so much for watching, listening, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, okay? Thank you so much, moms, and I'll see you in my next video. But till then, be gentle with yourself, and I love you so much. Bye.